Hey, welcome back. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna read the walkthrough and try to figure it out. What time is it? It's 7:02. Okay, remind me at 7:17 to stop talking. I have to go to the Hall of Eyes. We're gonna talk about today my interview. I did an interview yesterday. A phone interview, a real interview. And it felt really good to finally have an interview because I've been looking for a job for like 2 years pretty much, and I hadn't have any. I mean, it's not like I'm looking super hard, but I am putting my resume out there, and so it's like, well, I don't like the resume. Okay, I'm in the Hall of Eyes. You get this sunbeam thing or something. On your way through the Path of Eyes, look for the door at the hairpin turn that leads to the wind chamber gateway. If you've already been following this walkthrough, you've already been through here to connect some power-ups. Use the kinetic ball cannon to shoot. Oh. I went the dog way. I wanted to talk a little bit. The interview was, well, maybe it was a little bit interesting. But I wasn't nervous. I think part of that was because it was a phone interview. And it was really weird because it was very formal, or like... Is that an energy thing? Wait, didn't I get that? Wait a second. I thought I got that already. I didn't? What? Cool, I'll take it. They asked me 7 questions. And every time they asked a question, it was the exact question, and then they just stopped talking. So they were like, explain a time you worked in a group, and then that was it. And then they're just like, okay, you talk now. And I kind of like that, instead of an interview where it's like, hey, like, we're just friends, like, how'd you get here? Did you get here all right? And because I did a couple interviews like that before, and it's like, oh, I'm nervous. Just don't talk to me like this. Can we just do the interview thing? And the fact that it was on the phone was good, because I didn't have to, like, look at them while I talked and be like, they hate this answer. They hate me. Okay. Use the kinetic cannon to shoot yourself across the gap, and be sure to snag the energy tank. If you haven't already, use a power bomb to burst through the yellow door. Take down the pirates here and move to the portal on the right side. Go to the dark room. Okay. I did actually already do this, but I don't think I got... It says you get... What is this? Sunburst? Like the dark burst. This uses energy... Oh, well, whatever, we'll get it. It's an extra thing. One of the comments I got was like, why aren't you... If you're looking at the walkthrough, why aren't you getting the extra stuff? So, now I'm doing that. Okay, what do you want me to do? This will be a fun... I want 100%. I want to get all the stuff. I don't think this is necessary for the game, but it's like a supercharged light beam thing. That'll help me later, because I've used the dark beam thing, I think. When you arrive in the dark world. Oops, that's not right. Light. Okay. In the dark realm, use the spinner nearby, turning the locking bridge until it's beige. Use the kinetic ball cannon, blast over this platform where you'll find another spinner. Again, use it, making it beige. When it's done, use your secret missile. I did that already. Sure. First broad middle. Now repeat the same process with the spinners. This time turning out the blocks blue. Oh, I didn't do that. Wait, why did I remember doing this and I turned them all beige, but I didn't. Let's see what happens. Is that beige? I wanted to talk about how maybe it is this medicine and the therapy and everything, but I didn't feel nervous doing the interview. And I would have felt really nervous if this was 5 years ago. So maybe all the stuff I'm doing, I mean, I should just tell myself, yeah, all the stuff you're doing is helping. Why wouldn't I tell myself that? Just like, part of me just keeps saying, well, you probably would have just got better by yourself if you just didn't do anything. That's not true. Who is that guy? Why is he saying that? Just be nice to me. Stop. Give me credit for something for once in my life. We did a good thing. It was hard to go to therapy, and it's helping you. You would have done terrible in that interview if you hadn't been to therapy. Just say that. Take the credit for once. No, I'm missing one. Which one am I missing? Not that one. Because I remember in college doing this mock interview thing. So dumb. I don't even remember. But I remember being so nervous because it's in the syllabus. Like, you're gonna in 2 months you're gonna have to do a mock interview where you go into the building and you give them your resume and they ask you questions like it's a real interview. Wait, where's the? Okay, this is the. Where's the fourth one? This is the middle one. I can see 4 platforms. This is the bottom one. This is the. It's this one. No! Where am I? It's this one. Ah, come on. Get in this stupid thing. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. And I remember for weeks before I did that mock interview just worrying so much. I haven't had that feeling in a while, but just like that dread of like, oh, I can't do this. I don't want to do it. Whenever I was in school and you had to do like a presentation or whatever. I mean, the way I felt yesterday was the way I imagined a normal person feels. It's like, oh, I'm kind of nervous, but I'm prepared. Because I remember when I was in school, there were people who were like okay with doing, but they're like, oh, I'm kind of nervous. And they'd be like, yo, man, I know you're a little bit nervous, but you just gotta. They didn't understand. I know they didn't understand how I was feeling. They weren't feeling as bad as me. They would say things like, oh, I like to raise my hand to volunteer to start first because then you get it over with. I'm like, no, if you felt as bad as me right now, you would want to delay this as long as possible because maybe a meteor will hit tomorrow and we won't have to do this. That's the thought process. Like, oh, maybe the class will just get canceled for some reason and I won't have to do it. I can't do this. I'm hoping for a meteor. That's my plan. Because I feel like I didn't really prepare that much for this interview. Maybe like 3 total hours of just looking up questions and talking them out loud. That's another thing. I didn't used to practice doing presentations by saying them out loud, but obviously that helps so much. When you're able to hear the words and just know like, okay, I can say this, it's gonna work. When you go back, there will be a grapple point where you... I have to go back. So I don't know. I mean, I was feeling today like a little bit bad about talking about this because I just saw Vault left a really nice comment about job stuff and you were stressed out. I say you because I know you're probably the only one who watches. I mean, maybe you stopped watching by now, which would be okay. But if you're not... If you're still watching. I mean, I didn't get this job. I'm still at my terrible job, so we can still commiserate together and be like, oh, our lives are terrible. Okay, this is where I get the sunburst. Yoop. But it did mean so much just to get an interview. Like a real one. Because this was a real thing, and it felt good to get it. How do I get up there? Is it this? Oh, I got it. Well, at least now I can just follow the interview because I know where I am. I mean, the walkthrough. I feel like I'm talking too fast today. Slow down. Take a breath. I've been watching too much West Wing. What's a show where they talk slower? Wait, what is this? Using the light beam. Press and hold A, and then... Oh! I don't think I've ever used that. It uses 5 missiles. That's kind of cool. I need to watch a show where they talk slow. Just to balance out the West Wing. Ooh, what was that? Ah. Okay, so I'm guessing they want me to use it. Yeah. You charge it up, and then you do this. What? It doesn't really do anything. Oh, it kills him in one shot. Why can't I do it? It's not letting me do it. Ah, and now they're coming back. So that was the interview. It was with the Department of Defense in the United States. Has its own accounting wing called the Department of Accounting and Finance or something. And there's an office in Rome, New York. And that's the one I applied to. And when I first applied there, I was thinking, oh, this job isn't that great. They don't pay that much, and it seems like it might be more customer service stuff. And it might be. But when I was talking to him, I asked him some questions, and I did a decent job of asking questions. And he was like, saying stuff like, no, you do accounting stuff, and we actually pay you pretty well. Like, every year you get promoted. If you meet your goals, you get promoted to a higher level, and you get like $5,000 more per year every year. And then there's a limit, obviously, but the limit is $80,000, I think, and that's a lot of money. For if I got this job and then 5 years from now I was making $80,000, that would be ridiculous. Too much money. Don't give me that money. I don't know what to do with all that money. Especially if I lived in Rome, where the cost of living is so much lower than New Jersey. $80,000 in Rome is like $150,000 here. Okay, I did that. Use a power bomb on a head back to the sanctuary fortress. I'm on part 14. I have 2 minutes left. Go back across the bridge. Well, maybe we'll just wander around. Sanctuary fortress. What? What? Go back across. Oh, it wants me to go here? No. Here? Yeah. So I have to go here. Okay. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about the Nets? They're playing better than last week when they got swept by the Cavs. We need a big man. Everybody knows it. We need a big man who just plays really good defense. Oh! We have DeAndre Jordan, who was good offensively, and he's like a big guy, but he can't play defense. He can't guard Joel Embiid and these big guys like Ananakupo. I don't think I've ever said his name out loud. But we got 3 guys on the team who can score 30 points each per game. And it's like, oh, it's ridiculous. I've never experienced anything. I don't think any of the teams I've ever rooted for have had like a superstar on their team. And now we have 3. The Nets have 3. They have a legit super team. Like the first super team where you have 3 superstars since maybe Golden State. You would consider Steph Curry. Yeah, Steph Curry, Clay, and Durant. That was the big 3. And that was a couple years ago. And now we have the only big three in the league. We're not the best team yet, but they're getting there. If everybody stays healthy, this year maybe they won't click, but next year would be the year where, like, okay, we got everybody. We got Harden, Durant, and Irving, and we trade for a big man who could play really good defense. The team is going to be unstoppable, and I've never experienced that. I want to go to a game. It's going to be fun. My team is good. When was the last time my team was good? The Mets went to this World Series in 2015, but it was just like a fluke thing. They weren't really a very good team. They just kind of clicked at the right time. And it was kind of... I mean, that's what the Mets do. They just have these magical runs. And I thought they could have won the World Series. They could have. They could have had a run. And... well, the Mets are doing pretty good right now. They signed Francisco Lindor, who's like a superstar shortstop. And they have Jakey DeGrom, my favorite. And the Jets were so close to getting Trevor Lawrence, but they blew it by winning 2 games at the end of the season. But I've never watched one of my teams be like amazing and be like, okay, we're the legit like best team. Oops, no, don't do that. Am I in the temple? Yeah. So it's been interesting to watch the Nets because they're like, everybody who plays them, they're playing their best basketball. Like, they're shooting crazy. Because the Nets are like the team to beat now. Everybody wants to prove they can beat them. Who are these net guys? Kevin Durant. He's an old man. He can't play anymore. But I like watching sports again. There was a period of about when I was in college where I just didn't enjoy watching sports. I was kind of depressed or something. I don't know. But I'm back into it. It's fun. Sports is fun again. Okay, I gotta end. I only did 2 episodes today. Hopefully the audio's recording. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Bye.